Hey, it's your girl Misha here. Thank you for joining Chats with Mish. Now, we are having an astrology chat today. And first, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I'm recording this on Sunday, Mother's Day. And so I just want to extend the blessings to all the mothers. And also, I want to extend my heart to those who have lost their mother, like me. I don't have my mother here with me on Mother's Day. So, I want to send an extra heart hug to you as well. So, we got a full moon coming up tomorrow in Scorpio. And Scorpio, it's time. I feel like this is a big full moon for us because we've been doing a lot of, you know, eclipsing people out of our lives, things out of our lives, old habits, old dreams, all of those things. Like in the months leading up to now, we've had eclipse. We had a full moon in Libra, right while we had Venus in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde. So we had all of that going on at the same time that focused on partnerships and relationships. A lot of you guys probably have broken up or, started a new relationship, partnership, business, you know, personal, loving, platonic, whatever. Um, a lot of old lovers, old friends may have popped back up for you to, clear out some energy and, restart or release. And so the full moon in Libra was about releasing old patterns and things that we may do in relationships or old, like, energetic cords that we are still allowing to affect us in our present moment. And so leading up to that, that's a lot. And now we're in Scorpio full moon, which is about, Scorpio rules our digestive elimination system in our body. And so Scorpio is about eliminating, going dark, deep, and releasing, and letting it go. And once it's eliminated, it's gone. You know what I mean? Just like when you poop, it's gone when you flush that toilet. And that's what this full moon is coming to do in each of our lives. So, where do you have Scorpio ruling in your chart? Me, I have Scorpio ruling my fourth house. I am a Leo ascendant. And so it has to do with ancestral things, old roots, childhood, maybe family theme, home theme, anything has to do with, fourth house, even Cancer type of theme, because Cancer rules the fourth house as well. But I have Scorpio there. I have that double water energy that is going to have to come to the surface and be dealt with. It's all about healing and releasing old things, old paradigms, old habits, old traumas that's deep down. Like these, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So Pluto is deep, dark, deep. So this is the things that you've probably blocked out yourself and wondering why you can't get to the next level in life. Like there's something holding you back. It's like, I've done everything. I've checked all the boxes, but have you went inside? Have you truly went deep inside? And that is what Scorpio energy is all about. It's the deep, dark, the murky, where people don't like to go. Most people dodge Scorpio energy. Even if it's a person like me, I'm drawn to Scorpio people. Like all of my life, I've been surrounded by Scorpio. So I know how to deal with those energies, the lower vibrations of it, and well as the high vibrations of it, because all of our signs have a low and a high. And so just being around them and observing them, I understand the characteristics of a Scorpio and I understand their placement, right? Um, so this is about deep and going deep. So whatever Scorpio is in your chart, it will be able to help you out. So we're just going to do a quick little, I'm going to go through the houses and see what the themes are for each house. That'll give you just like an idea of, what to be looking out for, what the theme is for your house. So the first house is about self. So if you got Scorpio in your first house, the theme is all about self. So you're going to be, pulling up some deep, dark issues in self about yourself. It could be, lack of self-confidence, something that you've been holding deep, dark within. it had your appearance, your strength, anything that has to do personally with you and self is going to be the theme for that first house. Second house is going to be your possessions. Possessions is your things that are tangible. You can touch, your values, things that you hold dear to yourself. The third house is communications. So Scorpio is going to be affecting maybe some deep conversations or some deep thoughts that are going on in your mind that you don't really share with anybody, that you've been holding and it's been holding you back. The fourth house, again, is the home. So it's the home, it's the family, it's the ancestral theme. Fifth house is your creativity. So you may have had a blockage or some deep, dark, ways of creating that you are not releasing to the world, that you've been holding back. Or maybe there's somebody that has traumatically stopped you, in your past from releasing your creativity to the world. So maybe you have trauma around that. It may be being brought up. The sixth house is service and health. So if you have some problems you have not been addressing with your health, or anything that you do, you feel, overloaded, taking on a lot of service and burdens of other people, those things may be coming to the surface for you to release, for you to address and release. And then the seventh house is marriage and partnerships. So your marriage, your love life, your partnerships, your friends, your business partners, any type of partnerships that you have in your life, you may have some, unresolved issues brought up to the surface for you there. And then you got the eighth house, which is a Scorpio ruled house. It's the death and regeneration house. So, you may have some issues, deep, dark death traumas. Maybe you haven't dealt with, losing somebody. And so, those feelings, those things that you push down deep down are going to be, brought to the surface for you to deal with. It could be endings, divorces, breakups, things of those natures, like dark, deep, dark, scorpionic energy, theme type things. Those will be brought to the surface for you. Then the ninth house, we have the mental exploration. So have you had any blockages or any traumas that kept you from maybe traveling or looking outside of your culture and experiencing other cultures and other languages and, things of that nature? That's the theme for that. And then the 10th house, we have career. If Scorpio, is in your 10th house, ruling your 10th house, it's going to bring up some deep, dark wounds or traumas or things you need to deal with in regards to your career, and how you want to present yourself, maybe you want to just dismantle what you did before up until this point and change your career direction altogether. This full moon would allow you to, face those feelings and let them come to the surface so you can deal with it and release it and move towards your next chapter. 11th house is your hopes and wishes and your friends. So you may have some deeper wounds or some deep dark secrets or something, scorpion themed around your hopes and your dreams or your friends. So something might come up that you've been holding in about a friendship, that you might be releasing some friends in this full moon, or you're coming to the conclusion about friends or whatnot. And then 12th house is the self-undoing, the unconsciousness, the ending, undoing. It also is like I would say death, but not death, but it's like the afterlife, because it's like 12th house has that contact to, the other realm. So if there's some trauma there that's blocking you from manifesting, from yourself, undoing, from some habits, maybe you've been in jail or in a hospital or mental hospital. Like, these are the themes of the 12th house that this Scorpio full moon will be bringing up for you to release. And so now that we got into the different houses, I want to talk about the actual theme of what we're dealing with here. So this Scorpio full moon is in the 22nd degree. 22nd degree is a Capricorn degree. Okay, and so we're going to talk about the Capricorn characteristics as first, because it's going to play a theme also, with what your mind is being drawn to because of the energy of that 22nd degree. So you got The personal characteristics of a Capricorn, you have discipline and practical. Capricorns are known for their strong work ethic, excuse me, and realistic approach to life. So maybe now you'll start to, either tone down on your work ethic or pump up your work ethic and be more realistic to your approach by not overdoing it or underdoing it, and being disciplined on what you set your goals on here, or with your mind, or what you'll be releasing. But that'll be a theme. They're ambitious and driven. They have a strong desire to succeed and achievement. So this full moon could be bringing up some things for you to release and eliminate, so you can get to that ambition, that drive, that goal that you're trying to get to. So you're eliminating some things, some emotional, deep, things that are holding you back emotionally and energetically. Then you're going to be loyal, because Capricorns are loyal and responsible. They're known for their commitment to relationships and their dedication to tasks. So you'll be, reviewing relationships in your life and the tasks that you take on from these relationships or these partnerships in your life. And you'll be, reevaluating them and eliminating them if they need to be eliminated, and striving to, for excellence in all that you do. So it's like you're going to have this theme around looking at everything that's not doing what it's supposed to do. It's kind of like having an audit over it. Like, it's kind of, Capricorn is the boss, the authoritarian. So look at it as you're going to come in with this energy, this dark energy. You coming in deep. It's like you're going to be a scuba diver, and you are deep diving, and you going in there and you pulling out everything that's not working. And for this moment with the moon, full moon, it's being illuminated, so you can see everything. Even though it's deep dark waters, you can see everything. Any other time you wouldn't be able to see it or to deal with it. So this full moon is coming to illuminate the dark pond full of your shit, right? And it's for you to go in as the boss and pull everything out that's not making the ecosystem work right. So if that makes sense. So you're the boss over something dark, right? It's like the room is dark, the attic is dark, and people scared to go in there. You're scared to go in there and deal with your shit on a regular basis. Well, it's like a light. The electricity comes on in that room, and it allows you a certain amount of time to run in there and get rid of everything that's holding you back from being able to move forward. You're throwing away, you're eliminating, you're auditing. Is it working? It can stay. If it's not, it has to go. And if it was deep, dark, and old, and it's just so dark, and it's like rooted, it has grown what they call tentacles or barnacles. It has grown all these things that you have to go in and deeply uproot in the dark water that's usually dark and muddy. You have to go deep in. You have to uproot all the barnacles, all the things that's wrapped around those traumas and those things that are holding you back, and pull them out and get rid of them and eliminate them from your pond, from your life, that's stopping the flow. That is the theme, pretty much. Emotional dependable this is going to allow you to get more strength in your emotional stability, your emotional intelligence here, because Capricorn don't play. They're very, strategic. They're very focused, and they don't play. When they say something, that's what they mean. It's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is daddy. So it's like when your daddy come in the room, he not playing with you. That's the energy that you're finna go into this full moon, just chopping shit down that's not working. It's kind of like getting stoic with a little bit of emotion and knocking stuff down. The deep, dark stuff that you've been letting drag you down for like decades. You need to go in and get it out, because these full moons come to allow us to release things so we can move and elevate, right? Energetically first, and then you'll start to see the evolution in your life. But it's all about energy first. You got to clear energy. You got to clear the things that is blocking you energetically before you can even think about manifesting or loving or having true self-love. And so that is the characteristics. Now, the strengths of a Capricorn is you're going to start, like, this full moon is coming to, shake shit up so you can get back to being hardworking and determined. Like I was saying, they're very focused. So Capricorns are known for the perseverance and ability to overcome challenges. So the full moon is dark. This Scorpio dark full moon is going to make you sad. It's going to bring up probably some really sad, emotions that you need to deal with from childhood, or a bad relationship, or bad friendships, or bad traumatic just things that happen in life to us that we hold on to and we don't really heal and release it. And Capricorn is coming to help you overcome the challenge of diving deep and dealing with it. So Capricorn is practical and resourceful. They can effectively navigate both the material and the emotional realm. So like I said, emotional, you're going to go in there head forward first, focus, but you'll be using your emotions a little bit also to navigate and understand, right? To look at it, objectively, with the connection of how it's stopping you. Like, it's like looking at it, observing it, forgiving it, loving it, whatever it is, and releasing it. And then they're good with money. So if you're having money problems and it's connected to some deep trauma that you're not dealing with, this full moon is coming to allow you to deal with those emotions, get rid of those things that are leading you to the sabotaging habits where you cannot, obtain money, or you get it and you can't keep it. A lot of that stuff goes back to the trauma that we hold deep inside, the programming that we've had from something, you know what I mean, that's caused this blockage where you can't be good with money. And so the challenges also is going to of a Capricorn are going to rear up for you to look at as well. They can be too hard on themselves and others, especially in the pursuit of perfection. So maybe you are, have it's going to be brought to attention that you really dark and deep when it comes to, getting your goals and being perfection. Other people around you, maybe it's affecting your relationships. It just depends on the house theme that this full moon will be affecting for you. Also the stoic. I said they could be stoic. You go in there and be, reserved. The Capricorns are reserved and they struggle to express their emotions. That is so true. I have a Capricorn brother. So, it's about allowing yourself to feel those emotions, and don't be so stoic while you're going in, because that's the reason the trauma is stuck, because you're dealing with it in a stoic way. It's like it doesn't exist, so I'm not going to address it. Well, this deep, dark Scorpion full moon is saying, no, you need to go address it. No, don't be stoic. It's time to get emotional and go deep, dark, like Pluto. And it could be some generational stuff, because Pluto is a generational planet. It could be some deep, dark stuff that you just been holding on and carrying with you from lifetime to lifetime, or it just came from you from observing your family and the upbringing that you've had, in your surroundings, your environment. But it's coming for you to face it and, look it in the face and say, no, I'm not taking you with me to the next level, because this is not my burden to carry. This is not my bullshit to carry. I'm releasing it in the toilet and flushing it. And the fears, that a Capricorn can sometimes have that'll lead up to, taking risks. Avoid taking risks and pursuing their dreams. So if you're stuck, again, this full moon is coming for you to, address those 22-degree themes, these Capricornic themes with these dark rooted, deep, dark, maybe generational trauma, things that you're holding in. This is the thing. And so the key aspects of this full moon in Scorpio is introspection and transformation. The full moon in Scorpio encourages a deeper exploration of emotions, relationships, and life purpose, like I was saying, and balancing resources. So the full moon highlights the importance of balance and giving and receiving, both in partnership, relationships, and with oneself. So it's like, am I giving too much? Have I been doing too much? Am I overbearing or overwhelming myself? Like, it's all these, reflections coming up for you to have introspection on the things and an audit of your life and your emotions and the things that you've been dragging around that you, like I say, a lot of the things that's why a lot of people go to hypnotherapy, because a lot be deep in the brain that we have literally not put any energy towards it. So it's like it doesn't exist. And it takes like a hypnotherapist to put you in hypnotherapy, to hypnotize you for it to be brought up, because it's so deep rooted in there. You just kept living and you never addressed it, but it's still there. The body never forgets, especially the mind. It'll just go in there and stay, but it will still affect you in how you go forward in life. And so deep dark. That's what Pluto is coming to do. It's like taking a hook, throwing it into your head, and going deep in the back that you don't even remember, or you just deliberately not addressing, and it's pulling it forward and shining a light on it for you to address it, and for you to grab it, and for you to throw it in the toilet and flush it, and for it to never return, so you can prosper and move forward and clear that energy clog. And then once the energy clog is cleared, you can see that you can start receiving. It's all about, and with energy, you don't receive because, like, it's levels, right? But it all is energy first. So if your energy in your own body and your mind, like your frequency, your ashe, your chakras, if things are blocked, it's blocking you from receiving because you receive energetically. So you got to be a match for what you're asking for. If you're asking for something that's energetically high, you can't match it if you got a block that's not allowing your flow to allow you to get up there to vibe to receive that thing that you're asking for. And so it is so important to utilize the energies of these full moons and the good new moons and all the moons, all of the cycles of the moon, and also the planetary alignments and aspects. I'm just learning, but I'm learning because I want to evolve and expand my life, expand my knowledge, and I know that it will help me because I've always been on a search to know more about myself, and astrology has done that for me. And so I'm very, in tune with this whole subject right now. Plus, I got ninth house transit going on, and it's just making me so wanting to know more and more about astrology. So expect more astrology videos, and I hope this was helpful for you if you didn't understand, the significance of the full moons. And if you have anything to add, please put it in the comments, because again, I'm just learning. So please add some information that I may not know. Add to the conversation. I would truly appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And again, comment down below. Let me know anything you would like to add or anything. Just let me know. I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, peace, love, and happiness.